Did you hear about the Sakoku decree?
The Sakoku decree? Did something disastrous happen again?
It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Did you hear?
The Sakoku decree?
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the Resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into 2 teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
You'll get frostbite.
Blitz. Don't be such a brute.
No escape!
With the wind!
Right there. Let's end this quickly. Justify heat. It's time for a flash freeze. Chill to the bone.
The beat's all missed.
Hey.
This is not the end.
I'm getting kicked.
Let's end this quickly.
Ah,
This was well done. Frozen fry. You need to
Power cord!
chill to the bone.
okay. I guessed why I was getting kicked.
I will end you. Let's end this quickly.
You've been a naughty boy.
You're not going anywhere.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
No one escapes my sights!
Have a load of this.
Come a little closer.
Shouldn't be careless. Let's end this quickly.
Power cord! Didn't make it
Shit!
to the chorus.
Blitz. Come a little closer.
Let's end this quickly. Comrades, they've set the ship on fire. An arson attack. Curse them. They leave us no choice but to attack. Comrades, let's make them regret it.
I'll race you there! I'll race you there!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
I'm a bit rusty.
Killjoy, we've only just begun.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Can't run. Killjoy, we've only just begun.
I'm dying.
Get hit.
You can't run! Well, don't be a killjoy! We've only just...
You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Disappear!
I see through you! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! That all you got? You can't run! Well, neither can I. Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! I see through you!
Windblade!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Hit, hit, yeah.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just...
Going out is tiring.
I'll race you there.
You can't run! Well, we must counterattack together!
With the wind!
That all you got?
No one escapes like that.
Killjoy!
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Shit.
Use this first!
Hey!
That seemed to work.
Windblade!
Hey! I'll race you there.
First! What an annoyance! Finally, some quiet.
What the hell just happened? Kick my ass.
Get hit. Huh? Hit.
Time to fulfill my duty.
Hit. Huh. Hit.
Not breaking a sweat.
Hup.
This is battle. My duty at an end.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again. Ready when you are.
Rise.
Play. Hey. Wasn't there something in here a second ago?
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Life goes on.
Lightning flash! Yeah! Yeah!
Feel the beat!
Take this!
What do you think, cutie?
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish 2. But I did see you with Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but I don't know what else it could be. But what I do know is that as long as her, and all the more so now that you're back, is serious.
What a nice guy.
Piece of Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. Unsettled? Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it.
Huh. Seems he...
It was fast.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for her.
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island,
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over.
Paimon definitely detected...
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent!
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi, there you are! Something's going down over here! You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying—
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're— But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding—
Of course! I can explain. I'm a trader on the island. So naturally, I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, But then I was robbed by the Fatui.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've... I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing. Kokomi...
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a Sir, are you quite certain that...
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way.
Very well. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, I mean, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I also have a few new things to teach you.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Let's try some different seeds.
This must be the Fatui camp from the looks of it. It used to be a Hilichurl camp. Not by brute force, that's for sure. Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadows. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's present if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, if we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, they'd be caught completely off guard. Option 3. Use the environment.
Wow.
That will depend on our assess. A surprise attack with an explosion. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. There's the sword. It's decided that we should take them down as quickly.
No escape!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Amp it up! Pyrotexis!
Following thunder!
Prepare yourself!
Opening box of Adepti go.
questions remain.
Well, have a load of this! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! Ada, this one's well done! You need to hurry up! Roasted fried!
Hit this!
You can't run! Well, neither can I. Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! This one's well done! I miscalculated.
Here. You've been a naughty boy.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your...
Actually, even the best tactics live or die. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from...
Now that you mention it, Paimon... Hey!
I must admit... what's their objective? Let's scour the...
All right. So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. This is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was probably stockpiling them until he could make a handsome... By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of... In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite a...
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen that. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will... If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended...
Kokomi, you think of it...
I wish that were true. The low energy...
Huh?
Nothing. It's not long now until the victory feast.
Got it! First...
My goods! Thank you, Your Excellency. You see? I told you I was...
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned...
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest... Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence.
But what?
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As a...
Paul.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You must bear the consequences. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine, the amount of which...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryo Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave... I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. I know the peace talks are coming up, so...
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give... I'm going to take these items back to the Sangono... Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
I think it's already busted.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangon. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then. But after she struck down our protector deity, relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy... Oh my, you're looking a little worse.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the shoguns, if we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides...
I know, it's...
I appreciate your concerns.
Wonderful.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency, I mean, just look at...
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya...
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency!
Your Excellency!
Please, though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write... Are you alright? Me too.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to...
Oh, We retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to... I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your... Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meet...
That's today?
Yes, the 2 young ladies have arrived safely.
I see.
Yay! The victory! Great! See you That's weird. How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment.
So strange.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you 2 tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times.
Kokomi really does think of... Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
She has her own room.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened?
It's you.
You got sick?
No. It's...
You run on energy?
No. It's just a figure of speech. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite... To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on constantly communicating with people. You're somehow... But because of my bloodline. So, whenever... Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I have to make a speech.
Is there anything we can do to...
I should be feeling it. I was reading a book last time I was here, but...
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that for me? Thank you. I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa. So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya events cash flow. This is a lot of work for what... swordfish captain came back to...
That's just, Give it here!
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking.
Yeah.
It's gotta be this one. Look, there's even a bookmark. Ooh, it's pretty dead. Well, let's see. Kokomi is...
I'm not sure, actually. Could...
Kokomi? Oh no! Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace... You sure that's a...
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you sleep?
What? Yep, you've been out for...
I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire.
Woohoo! Kokomi...
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still...
Oh, how much...
Don't worry, I've got...
That's great!
Welcome, everyone! Recently, our war with the none of us can know what the... Thank you all for your val... This feast is held in honor of each and... Tonight seems to have gone off without people tend to be more open when they're... I still have no and I'm concerned...
Okay, sure!
A friend of mine was really looking forward to this feast. Even...
With me around, no one would...
Come visit Watatsumi Island.
I do hope the future...
So much fighting.
Watatsumi Island is finally... Recently... Well, the biggest thing for us is that during the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make... When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor... We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right?
Oh!
Come on, take it! Without you, we'd probably...
Okay!
Hey there! Care for some fruit and veg? Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission? It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy? He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of... It's a miracle the fighting is fine. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't...
Sounds promising.
Huh? Wait, don't. You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the...
Nuh-uh.
Is that so? Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. I'll answer your questions, but...
This guy... What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see it.
Lightning flash!
You're a strong fighter. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, we made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission...
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick! What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into work!
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree? We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun. But we can't... Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon. Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation. Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all. For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree? I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? Darn. Doesn't seem like... What are we gonna do?
Something's about to happen.
The whole thing about the Tenryou Committee, they wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived. I think I understand what goes in. The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow.
Well, that's no good.
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryou Commission's guards and... Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot.
Sounds like a really tricky
Don't let it worry you. What's done is that these soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not there. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Okay. Must only take about an hour. I didn't even consider that. Well, let me just finish this one and tomorrow I'll continue the rest. Kinda busy today.
Well, here. These are some directives I wrote last night. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to—
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent— Wow. There's so—
Glad to hear it. But Annie, as the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility— Excellent.
The one place that I cannot access. But I can try to access it. I get it. This anymore doesn't have cars and this kind of thing. How come there is no airplane that can fly by magic? Same as this ship. Oh, 3. Okay, 3, and they only got another box. I don't know why it doesn't work.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. He's here to bear witness to the proceedings. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going—
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything, not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujos! Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it? Kokomi! Which scenario number is this in the directives?
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu! The situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and start... With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining... So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to...
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to... One day, I will hunt. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please.
But of course, Madam Kujo. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skill. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling, I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back...
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not—
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves. I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if—
I understand your sentiments. But you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the— During the war, there were highs and there were lows. And in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffer. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath.
But—
I understand, I do. And the fault, it was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. Either way, we are ready to accept—
Very well. Then I hereby declare that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned.
Your Excellency—
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunates. All right, dismissed. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity.
I can feel my... Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been recovering. Today was a reminder that I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next. Do you think so? To be in the past, but I realize now that I have a long way to go. But that's all. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you stay here on Watatsumi Island? To keep me company for...
Right. What are we doing today? Thanks everybody for joining in. See you next time.